What if I told you I can help you systematically develop a personalized expertise that is genuinely aligned with your creative identity? Not to become an A-plus imitation of anyone else, but to embrace who you are as a creative musician. At the Inspired Contemporary Pianist, we are building systems for you and with you to optimize your skill set and mindset so you can thrive. I'm Dr. Peter John Stoltzman, pianist, educator, and mentor. My mission has always been to help musicians tap into their unique voice, master the learning process, and experience the joy of music through intention and connection. And now I'm inviting you to join the Inspired Contemporary Pianist community. This is not just another piano course. This is a complete ecosystem designed around you, the creative musician who is craving the joy of learning, craving next level breakthroughs and systematic strategies for optimizing your thinking in practice and performance. I know what a difference it makes to get that clarity and to have a consistent accountability. Let me save you the pain of six-figure debt doing a doctorate like I did. In the Inspired Contemporary Pianist, I hand on to you all the things I have learned through 30 years of professional and academic experience. Whether you're a passionate hobbyist or pursuing music professionally, I'm here to help you grow. Everyone is invited to the Inspired Contemporary Pianist free community. It's a hub where pianists support each other, exchange insights, and build momentum together. You can get access to my online live sessions and a variety of resources for practicing and performing. Within the community, you can explore our Academy, featuring a growing library of courses crafted from decades of real-world performing and teaching jazz and commercial piano styles and techniques. Learn voicings, comping, improvisation, rhythm section fluency, and creative arranging all on your schedule. For those who want direct feedback and live interaction, there's the Mastery Group, including individualized feedback on your playing and practicing, monthly live rhythm section sessions, and access to our guest artist masterclasses. And of course, tons of other valuable resources and access to all of the courses. And when you're ready, our studio recording mentorship is the highest level of training, combining performance, composing, arranging, and career-focused coaching, culminating in a recording session at a top professional studio. Join us. Get inspired. Get real results. What's up, y'all? Oh, boy. The mute button is always the one that gets you. Right. Well, welcome to day 4 of Develop Your Musical Voice. This is a free online masterclass that I put together to give you some insight that can boost your playing, your musicianship, and give you a taste of what's happening in my online teaching world, which is now all centered around this online community that we're calling the Inspired Contemporary Pianist. So today we are culminating our 4 days with a focus on using your imagination, really practicing to develop your voice, particularly as an improviser. In the first day, we talked about dealing with contraction and reconnecting when things go bad. Second day, we talked about saying something and using strategic thinking to generate ideas and then develop motifs. Third day, we talked about screwing up and turning those mistakes into motifs. And today we're talking about using your imagination. So if you are looking for the workbook that's going to go along with this, make sure you click on the Zoom link that I've put in the chat. And that link will take you to our Zoom session. And there you can get the PDF from the Zoom chat. And there it goes. Let's see. And also, just if you're catching this on a different platform and you don't see the Zoom link, but you're interested in what's going on, you can always just go to peterjohnstoltzman.com. Those links are all over my sites. So whatever platform you're on, go to peterjohnstoltzman.com and you can find the links to join the community and book a call with me if you want to explore what is the right fit for you to work with me. Now, let's dig in because we got a few things to get to today. So if you open up the workbook, scroll down to page 2. I'm talking about first, sing or whistle or hum, whatever works for you. But I want you to have a relationship with the notes. All right? Like a relationship with the notes. What does the major third sound and feel like? What is raising it up to the 4 and back down to the 3 feel like? All right? Let's do some of this. All right? C major 7. Ba, that's the root. What is the major third? Can you hear it in your head? Can you sing it? Ba, ba, di, da, di, da. What does the 5 sound like and feel like? Di, da, da. Up to the 7. Da, da, dee, da. What does this feel like to go to the flat 7? Da, da, dee, da, da. And etc., etc. I want you to feel that. Have a personal meaning that you feel with that. And I'm not saying that doesn't change depending on the context, right? But I want you to know what it feels like to go to the 5. Ba-da-dee, da-da-da-da-da. And the 3. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da. Honestly, whatever the chord progression is in that key, right? But being able to feel what the notes in the key sound like and feel like. Da-da, da-da-dee-dee-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-dee-dee-da-da, da-da, da-da-dee-da-da. Okay? I want you to practice that. Play a chord, sing a note that resonates, identify it by its number in the key. Right? You can also think about, if you're playing a chord progression, what number that is relative to the chord But in this practice where we're getting a relationship with the notes, I really want you centered in the key. All right? Sing a note that resonates, identify it by its number, by the key, and then use your melodic imagination. Where can this note lead? Let's play a major 7. How about we start on the 7? It's a beautiful note. Da! And you don't have to be a good singer. I'm not a good singer. But just being able to get that note is a great thing. If you need to hum or do a little mouth trumpet or whistle. I like that melody. That's where my intuition wants it to go right now. Where else could it go? What's your melodic imagination? How about da-da-dee, da-da-da-da-dee. Okay, I want you to do this practice again and again and again, right? Play a short melody starting with a note that you've identified. And then try this. Play a different melody, whatever your fingers want to do, but end the melody with those notes that you identified off the bat. So let's start. Let's say it's the 7. Da-da-dee. How about that is my end phrase. Da-da-dee. So. Now, when I get to the end of that phrase, whatever it is, if it's a lick I've worked out, or if it's just something kind of that my fingers are doing, if I can get to that note, ba-da-dee, it has a meaning for me, right? And it becomes a tether that keeps me centered on what am I actually trying to say, rather than am I playing some notes that work, right? Now, let's try singing a longer phrase and trying to play exactly what I sing. Ba-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee. I knew what that was, first of all, because I sang a scale, and that's what I wanted to sing. But also because I knew I was starting on the 5. As soon as I sang it, ba-da-da-dee, 5 to the 1, ba-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da. Let's try another one. Bidi-boo-bip-bip-boo-dee-da, bidi-boo-bip-bop-boo-dee-da. That's the 4-3. All right? Bidi-boo-bip-bip-boo-da-da. Ah. Bidi-boo-bip-bip-boo-dee-da. 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 Ah. There's so many different ways that you can play a melody over chord progressions in a key, but the melody itself is just in the key. And this is why getting this relationship dialed in with the notes in the key is so important. I stopped myself from saying key. You're welcome. All right. Now, even if you can't get all the notes specifically, right? Now that's a question, right? How specific can you get? And that's always a goal. But Sometimes you don't even want to. You just want to have a phrase. So let's make a transition here, and start thinking about, like, what if I can't get all the notes? Could I start on a specific note or end on a specific note? And if you scroll down in the PDF to page 3, part 2, now we're going to start thinking about contours. All right. When we have contours, and what I've written in here, you can do on anything. Do it in a music notebook, but you can literally just have, a little yellow sticky note and write a contour. So I've got a couple in here. One is, let's see, ba ba dee ba doo bop, ba ba dee ba doo bop. Maybe it'd be like that on one. Ba ba dee ba doo bop, ba ba dee ba doo bop, ba ba dee ba doo bop. All right. Bring this closer to you so you can see. That's a contour. Ba ba dee ba doo bop. So let's choose a note that we want to start on. How about 5? Okay, this contour definitely looks like a triad. I did imagine it with more of a jump in the second or third note. Maybe that. I like that. I don't know that I've ever played that before. And this is the beauty of contours, is it gives you access to what you want to say, but in a little bit more abstract shape. And then you can realize things that you've never played before. I like that too. I like that too. So I'm starting from different chord tones now, right? From 5, from 3, from 1, from 5 down here we did. Yeah, 7. Ooh, I like that too. Ah. And you can obviously play these over chord progressions as well. So this is something you can explore and explore and explore. Da ba dee ba doo bop. How can you manifest a line with that? And start from a note where you know what that note is going to sound like the 3. Ba. How about the second line that I wrote here in the workbook? It's ski ba doo ba dee bop. Ski ba doo ba dee bop. All right, so that's like ba ba doo ba dee bop. Ski ba doo ba dee bop. All right, so I said I like the 3. You just come down the scale. But we could do other things. So many possibilities, right? Beep ba da ba doo bop. All right, and I was just starting from the 3. We start from the 4 or the 5 or the 6 or the 7 or the 1. Okay, so write your own contours, play lines based on them. Try to integrate that with knowing what notes you're starting on or ending on, or both. All right, final section here. We're going to go to part 3 first, which is mental transcription. Mental transcription. I want you to sing a line inside your head. Choose a key and see the exact notes. Then go play it on the piano. Now you can sing this out loud, right? But I want you to be able to do this mentally. All right. So I'm going to try to imagine a line right now. Let's just think like I'm just gonna stay in this key in my head. Ba is my root. Ba. So let's go like. Ba da ba da ba da ba. That's kind of what I'm hearing now. It could be really simple. It could just be like or or anything you hear. Okay, I'm going to do so da is major third. Da da is a minor third up to the major third. So this is where, going back to the beginning, right? Having the relationship with the notes is absolutely crucial. Ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da. That's just a major triad. Ba ba ba. Arpeggio. So 3 1 5. Ba da ba da ba da. That's the 3 up to the 4. Ba da ba. And that's the 2. Ba da ba da ba da ba da ba. So, can I imagine this in my head being played on the piano? In my head, I want to see this as best I can. Right? Try to see this piano. Close your eyes and see that keyboard. Da, da, ba, da, ba, da, da. Whatever your line is. And then bring your hands to the keyboard and see if you can do it. And then once you can do that, start transposing it. And transpose it in your head first. That's the stuff right there. Transpose it in your head. I'm going to go down by a half step because B is just, nowhere as strong as like C and F for me, right? So let's see. I know now, because of my relationship with the notes, that it's a minor third to the major third, a triad down, 3 to the 4, jump up to the 2. So I can think about that in B and visualize it on the piano. Try to close your eyes, see the piano, and visualize it. If you want to look at this keyboard and visualize it, go for it. But don't play it yet. Just visualize it. Ba da ba da ba da be. Ba da ba da ba da be. When you're ready, hands on the piano. Try to play it right the first time. I'm still singing it in C, right? But my fingers and my brain now know what it is in B. And that's the ticket. Now, sometimes you're going to have to deal with like fingering issues that change from key to key. That's something you work out. I'm finding like I want to have a thumb on B and on E, right? In general, thumb on the white notes. That's different in C. My thumb is on here, on the 5. And then there. I gotta do a little crossover. Here, yeah. So these are some of the technical challenges that then this kind of practice enables you to confront and start to get over those hurdles. And this is really, really important. You want to be doing this practice, yes, as scales and arpeggios, but you could put aside, in my opinion, you could put aside all the hand and stuff, all the just like rote exercises, and just focus on language practices like this that connect to your voice, that connect to your musical imagination, and then concretize them into these lines that you've got programmed into your head, and that you understand the numerical relationship to the key, and then practice them through 12 keys. Then rather than programming, whatever, don't program that. Program ba-da-ba-da-do-da. Cool? Enough said. Last thing, mini transcriptions. Mini transcriptions. We're going to basically do exactly the same thing, except we're going to identify a cool line from a recording, right? So, what I just played, and this could be a melody or an improv line, right? But it has to be less than 2 bars. Absolutely has to be less than 2 bars. So let's take that first phrase from Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Love that phrase. And then let's identify the notes. So we've got a little thing to start with. This is the 3rd and the 5th with the grace note. And then we're just coming down 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3 at the end. So now we're going to close eyes. We're going to see playing it on the piano inside in the mental keyboard, and take it to a different key. Take it to D flat, which is where it's been played a lot, actually. D flat. Yeah. See it. Try to feel it in your fingers. And when you're ready, go to the piano. Try to play it correctly. There it is. Play it in D. Okay, now you may be thinking, cool, I do this all the time. Great, good. Keep doing it. You may be thinking, whoa, I don't have command over the keys, to all 12 keys, to be able to do that. Cool. Practice your scales, right? Become a badass at your major scales. You got to know what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the octave are in every key. Like, you got to know it if you want to be able to integrate this kind of imagination practice and voice practice, so that you can really articulate clearly what you're trying to say. And then you can borrow or steal from your peers and from the greats, because you hear what they have to say. It's going to be real hard to understand and hear clearly what other people had to say um, if you don't understand the fundamental framework from which the language is built. Okay? So to come back to the first principle here, sing. Get a relationship with the notes in the key. All right, y'all. That's a lot to work on. And before I wrap up, I want to just give you a clearer, more detailed picture of what I'm doing in this online community. I just want you to know, like, I love teaching. I've been teaching private lessons for, goodness gracious, so long, like 30 years. And what I found is that people will come to me for one lesson or for a lesson every few weeks, or, maybe study together regularly for, a couple of months, or, for the few students who are really dedicated, for maybe a year or something. But even for those who are dedicated, and especially for those who are not, or just come in, once in a while, there is a giant gap between what is potential for your growth and your learning and between what happens with us hanging out for 45 minutes or an hour. And what I've done is transform my teaching studio into this online community. And in this way, in this community, I'm offering you content that you can come back to again and again and again, because it's all on video like this and it's all stored. So if you miss something, or if you want to come back to something, circle around and practice it again, it's all here. And then for those of you who take the next step and join the mastery group, well, I'm offering you feedback on your practicing. So you can send me a video anytime and say, I'm working on this tune. I don't know how to do the ending. Okay, boom. A couple days later, there's a video of me walking through a bunch of endings for you and talking specifically to your challenges. And also, that's there for anybody else to witness and to get to learn from. So everything piles on each other in a positive feedback loop. I've called this the Inspired Contemporary Pianist because it's not just jazz. I have these commercial piano courses that I created as an outgrowth of my doctoral studies. So we've got level 1 and level 2 right now. There's more to come in the future, but right now we got level 1 and level 2. We got level 1 jazz piano course, which is based on my Zero to Jazz Piano workbook. And coming soon, a brand new advanced jazz piano course. And this is what we're going to build together this summer. So if you want to get in on this, my bi-weekly sessions are going to be built around a 9-part structure for a brand new advanced jazz piano course. And we're going to build it together. I'll do something very similar to what I'm doing right now, offering a focused lesson, then giving you a menu of assignments to choose from: listening, transcribing, learning tunes, using play-alongs, etc. And you'll get feedback from me, just like you would like in a college course. You submit your practicing, and then I'll give you video feedback. And for my Denver locals, you have the opportunity to get in the mastery group, which is including those bi-weekly sessions, but also a monthly rhythm section day. And that's the, it's just like, what's the word for, Invaluable. That's the word. That's the invaluable aspect. You get to play with killing rhythm section and actually play through a tune or two, get feedback from them, from me, get it on video so you can come back to it again and again. I make a transcription and a summary for you, so you've got all the things that came up in that session in a beautiful summary that organizes and directs your practice. We're also having some guest artist masterclasses, and look, the first course session is June 1st. That's like a week from today. So if you want to get in on this, and right from the start, you got to call me. Okay, we got to book a call. We got to get you in, but let's make sure it's a good fit, because I'm not doing this just to like get everybody to do it. I'm doing this as a genuine offering for those people who this will really benefit. So if you're one of those people, book a call with me. I'm going to put the link in the Zoom here, and let's see if I can put it in my other platforms as well. I think I can. And yeah, there it goes. And yeah, so book a call with me. We'll talk about what the right fit is. There's one other option here, which is that I'm starting a 6-month mentorship program. This is something I just finished the first iteration of. It was incredible. And 2 students took the journey with me from September. We finished in May. This time we're going to go from July through January. And the first thing you would do in 2026 is make a recording with a world-class rhythm section at a world-class recording studio. It's really an incredible journey. We had a beautiful experience, and I'm waiting for those audio files to come back from the session last week, and we're going to have our final wrap-ups talking about distribution, talking about booking shows, talking about starting to craft a career, even if it's just like you've got a professional life outside of music. That's cool. You can still be semi-professional music, or you can be amateur music, but still book a show. And you could still have a website if you want, or you could put stuff online and be able to send your friends and families and fans to check out this music that you've made that you can really be proud of. So that's the journey. Me as your mentor, as your facilitator, and as your executive producer. We're going to start in mid-July. So we got about a month here for 3 people to get on board. That's it. It's all the capacity I have. If you're that person who's ready for that kind of journey, book a call with me. We'll talk about it. All right. And that's it, y'all. That's the end of this 4-day masterclass. I will post these replays soon, so everybody can get access to the free replays for a limited amount of time. And I want to just encourage you to join the free community. There's a lot there that you can benefit from and get access to. And then, as if and when you get inspired, you can take a course a la carte, or you can get in the mastery group and actually have a rhythm section day and have direct feedback from me consistently over a period of time. All right, y'all. That's it. Go to peterjohnstoltzman.com and you can find all the links. I hope you have a great day and a great holiday tomorrow, which is my 48th birthday. All right. Peace, y'all.